first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Play action now, Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Prescott off play action. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. It got his man complete. And finally he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8. Prescott now. Forced out to his left. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they work this out past the 25. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. It's such a costly interception. Nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Giants are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Dallas.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott yet again. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On play action, Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field. And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete. How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete. With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield? Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10.
14,
Wilson. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. T.J. Green with a pick. But he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Giants continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. To the air again, Prescott. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott there to make the grab.
And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
And he pushed it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson.
That's complete to Tony.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, Wilson. Here's Higgins out on the right side. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Rosas' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This one fielded at the 5. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Giants.
It's all about taking words and bringing them to life at halftime. I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Rosas true blue on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Azeez Ojulari able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And down he'll go at the 25.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Returning is Peppers. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections, and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been two ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the night. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking for Cooper. That's complete.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Prescott on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Prescott to throw it. That escapes the sack. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Prescott off play action. And that's Elliott, complete. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Giants are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Barkley. Barkley, a first down and more. Nifty move. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Jabril Cox there on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the shotgun, Wilson completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices,
and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Rosas now to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case.
And now here's another interception. Kevin King with a pick, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to